So we're doing episode 1 of the Adesso Show.
Episodic.
Oh, the Adesso Show. I actually don't mind that. That has a nice
The
name.
Adesso Show.
Yeah.
It's a sneak peek into our lives. Welcome to the Adesso Show.
We have very boring lives.
Speak for yourself.
My name's Abdul. This is Lucas, and this is Ayaz. We are the founders of Adesso Man. We're a fashion brand. We're a lifestyle brand. We do a lot of different things. But here we are. So this is going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into our lives. We're just going to ask each other random questions and talk about our business a little bit and things that we care about. So yeah, we'll get this going right away. So like I said, this is Lucas. So Lucas handles our operations. He's our VP of operations. So that's basically everything.
A title that he gave himself.
He gave himself.
Yeah.
He's also HR.
Yeah.
So he gave himself a VP of operations. I think he's giving himself another
COO.
CEO pretty soon here.
Working my way to CEO.
That's perfect.
Hostile takeover.
I can retire.
incoming.
I'm good. I'm good with retirement. Ayaz, obviously our creative director over here, the stylish man who's put all the fun into Adesso.
Yes, that's me.
And flair. So, but yeah, welcome. So we just want to, have a chat. Lucas looks exceptionally good today. He's
So let me tell you what Lucas did. So Lucas took off his his glasses, put on contact lenses, trimmed his beard. What else did you do?
Some skincare.
A little bit of skincare.
Beard care.
How do you
Beard care.
feel today?
How do you feel?
Good. Yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
amazing.
Been good. I have lots of caffeine pumping through my veins, so that's keeping me going.
Isn't it nice to take care of yourself and feel good?
Yeah.
So what's
I think that's super important for guys. A lot of us guys don't really take care of ourselves, or we let our beard go, or.
I think grooming is important. I mean, you let yourself go over COVID. You want to talk about that? Let's talk about your COVID beard.
My castaway beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. I just wanted to grow my beard, see how big and bushy it would get, and then I realized that I started kind of looking pretty brutal. Now
and
looking
bushy.
back to it,
That's his nickname.
big and bushy. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. So then I just decided to kind of trim it all. I decided to try and look good, and you know what? It's been somewhat of a success from what I hear. So.
Oh yeah. No,
I think
all my
you-
friends are talking. Shit.
Honestly, super.
My cousin came in the other day and she texted me and she's like, "Yo, Lucas looks really good. What is he doing?" And I was like,
Hear that, Carly? Are you jealous?
Speaking of big and bushy, Ayaz, love your hair.
"Thank you."
It's something that
really taking care of it lately.
COVID hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not shaving.
You want
I'm
to
not
talk
cutting
about
my hair.
your hairstyle? What would you call that?
I don't know. Lucas, you're good at this. What do you call my hair?
Bird's nest.
Dollarama Elvis?
Yeah, for real. Dollarama.
I look like a cheap version of Elvis.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll take it.
you'll take it.
I'll take it.
He's like, I'll take any compliment.
I'll take any compliment.
Yeah.
Elvis, as you can see on our wall, huge inspiration to me personally. I think his style was amazing, music was amazing, just everything about his life was. Actually, no, his life wasn't that great. Never mind.
He did die pretty young.
Yeah. But I think just his confidence and who he was on stage really exuded confidence, and it really is.
I think
inspired to
his flair.
His flair really is. Yeah, it's always been an inspiration to me. Quite honestly, Elvis, his flair, his style.
Who wouldn't like the nickname The King as well?
So yeah, speaking of inspiration, since we're on that topic,
Mm-hmm.
what's inspired you to be here today?
We had no choice. We literally had no choice. We had to record this. But what do you mean? Where we are today?
Yeah, just where you are with your life, with the business, being here.
Obviously, I can't. I have to thank you guys for wanting me to be a part of this journey. I think obviously as a fashion enthusiast, who wouldn't want to start their own brand? And I think the fact that you wanted to create a brand and have me be a part of it, and over the last couple of years, we literally created magic, I think, and we were speaking about this a couple of days ago, that when we work together and when we work really hard, we really do create magic. And I think I would not ask for other business partners whatsoever in my life. I think you guys are incredible. I think we really are a dream team, like 100%. There's no doubt about it in my mind that when we work together, we really do create magic. And look at us, like 3.5, 4 years down the road, like we have this. Like,
yeah.
Like I've been working here for the past week, and I literally come in and I count my blessings, and I'm just like, how did we do this? Like, but
awesome.
when you're passionate and you have a drive and you have this like fire within you, you really want to pursue it, and you really want to do your best. And
so what you're saying is we inspire you?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
I'll take that.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
But yeah, 100%.
No, I 100% agree. I think, this is a lot of fun, first of all. It's stressful, but it's also a lot of fun. I think we work really, really well together. And inspiration, like, I get inspired by pretty much everything, style, colors, fashion, like, movies. But yeah, you guys, like, we bounce ideas off of each other. I think that's something that's really great as part of our business. I talk to people about this. Everyone's like, man, like, you guys are doing this and you're doing that, and like, what's your secret? And I'm like, man, I got the greatest team. Like, team, partnership, having people that complement each other, that you can be honest with, and bounce ideas off of, that check you, that keep you accountable, that push you to get better every single day. I think that's like one of the biggest things when it comes to business, is if you can find a great team, because you can't do it all by yourself.
No.
And I see a lot of like solopreneurs, and some of them are quite successful, but I think, like, we've got big dreams, right? At the end of the day, setting those goals and having those dreams, and being like, yeah, you know what, one day we're gonna have a store, or one day our brand is gonna be all over Canada, and our brand's gonna be all over the world, and we're not gonna stop, and we're not gonna give up. And dude, like, we've almost been out of business a couple times now, and we don't, we figure it out one way or another. That's the other thing. We're like crazy.
We persevere through, yeah.
Yeah, we fight
problem
through
solvers.
it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I agree though. Find people that complement you. Don't have all like the same type of person working for one company and stuff. The thing is, we're all like so different. We have totally different personalities, interests, and all that. But then we're also not really afraid to hurt each other's feelings, which is kind of good, because then you might come up with this crazy idea that, guys, we should go into this, and then Ayaz and I humble you on that to tell you that's a bad idea and that we should not do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But that's the beauty of a partnership, right? Like, especially when you have 3 different individuals with 3 different tastes. If you look around, this is all of us, right? This is all of our ideas in one space. And like, you have a different market you can target. You have a different market you can target. I have a different market that I can target. But at the same time, if you think about it, our business, like, we literally have 3 different sections of markets that we all target to, and we brought that all into under one roof.
and I mean,
And that's the beauty
ultimately,
of like fashion and art, right? Like, it speaks to everyone.
trying to build a community.
Yeah, build a
around
community and like complementary. And I think, like, even from an ethics standpoint, from a value standpoint, what our ethos are and what our brand means, like, I think, when we did that exercise to like really figure out who we are as a brand, and again, it's like an evolution, and that's the one thing that
I recommend. You should tell people about that.
Yeah, so really figuring out what your values are, what you believe in, is super important. And I think, doing an exercise and figuring out the personality of the brand, I think really, really helps. And when we did that, it's literally a culmination of what all 3 of us believe in. And we stay true to that. But again, it is an evolution, and our brand has also evolved over the last 3.5 years from who we were. I think I've changed as a person as well, and we've all changed, and what we believe in and how we want to do business has changed. And I think that's really important as well. The fact that we were flexible enough to be able to adapt and change and to learn and to always stay humble, and like, hey, there's so much still to learn. And we never thought like, oh yeah, like, we're better than this, and we're better than this person, we don't need to worry. And there's so many people that are like stuck in that mindset, right? Like, I still see it. Don't you see that? Like, in so many brands and companies that have become so stringent with their values and who or what they believe in and how they want to do business, they forget about who it's for. We've been talking about this quite a bit recently, is who we're doing business for. Who are we in business for, and why? what's our why? Figuring that why out, right? What do what do you think about our customers? Like, who our customers are and how we cater to them. Like, what does that mean to you?
Well, there's a few things that we wanted to hit on with our customers and stuff. We found that a lot of guys kind of lack confidence, or they're kind of, like, I know with me, I was kind of that person that I didn't really know how to, like, put together, like, an outfit fully, or I didn't really know about grooming care or anything. It was only till, like, a few years ago that I really started kind of caring about, like, taking care of myself and everything. And I think that we just kind of want to pass that on to our customers, like, help build confidence in them, help kind of show them, like, how to, like, put together certain things, so that they feel like their best self. Like, there's nothing better than feeling confident and being happy.
Yeah, 100%. And you truly can't be a successful business without falling in love with your customer. And that's the key. Like, you really have to fall in love with your customer and who you're doing this for, right? It's like that why that you're talking about. So I think once you really do truly fall in love with the customer and you're trying to solve a problem, whatever that may be in your business, that's when you actually will become a successful business. There will be nothing in the world that's ever going to stop you from being successful.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think, like, to that point, making serving, your core, and really being obsessed with your customers and their needs and solving a problem. And from a genuine standpoint, it's not even just about, like, hey, you know what, I want to create a value proposition because I want to be able to sell a bunch of products. Yeah. Which initially, when we started a business, that's kind of what our mentality was. But as we've evolved, right, like, having a purpose that actually is outside of yourself. And we had to... we had to reconsider our brand and our branding and how we're positioning our business even as recently as a couple months ago. And that's how often, like, we question it, because, sometimes your personal feelings and your worldview of what your brand is and who you want to be and portray kind of supersedes what the customers want. And you start to push your own feelings into it and think you want to impose your feelings and what you believe in onto your customers. That rarely works. It's the opposite. Yeah, really understanding your customers' needs, where they want to fit in, how they want to feel, right?
That's it. How they need to feel.
Yeah, how they need to feel. And I think that feeling is the most important thing. And I think that's what makes me happy at the end of the day, is, like, when I've made a customer feel a certain type of way, it's happy and satisfied. But there's basic needs that we all need as human beings. And I think when you take it down to that humanistic kind of level and understand your customer, and it's not just about, hey, let me push a product on you, but it's more like, let me listen to you and understand where you're coming from and tell me how you want to feel at the end of the day. And we were just talking about this, and we've changed our approach even in how we are talking to our customers. Exactly. Right? Like,
that's where you really differentiate between a sale and a service. Right. Is when you actually take into consideration how you want the customers to feel. So what I've been doing recently, and what we've been doing recently, is when a customer's coming in and they're looking for a gift for their boyfriend or whoever it may be, asking them, instead of being like, what kind of products are you looking for? Be like, how do you want that individual to feel? Simple. Yeah. How do you want them to feel? And obviously when you say that, it actually resonates with the customer. Be like, when they receive this gift, I want them to feel confident, or I want them to feel fresh. I want them to feel like they can really conquer that interview. Like, what do you offer in your store that's really going to help them feel that? And it can be like a tie, or it could be like the grooming products that you're using, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing is sometimes it's not even a product in our store. I found I've, like, had a customer be like, oh yeah, I want my boyfriend to be, like, excited about this. These are his interests and stuff. And I've come up with literally an idea, like, go buy him this, put this together, build a basket, do this. And, like, you just see their eyes light up and they're like, that's an amazing idea. Yeah. And it's all like that. Like, you're building relationships. I don't need to sell you a product today. Like, I want to build a relationship and have the trust there. That's the
thing. But and if you dig a little bit deeper into that, it's not even like the feeling of who that person is purchasing for. It's actually the feeling that person who's purchasing it is going to get when they gift that item to that person. They want to feel like, hey man, I really care about this person, and I put the time and effort into creating or finding a gift that they're gonna love. Yes. And the affection that they receive from that person is the actual end feeling that you're really trying to create for that customer that walks in. And people don't go that deep. It's very psychological, but I think buying needs to be, you know, and helping and serving people needs to be a little bit more human. And is that something that we went out to kind of change in the way that we do business, which I absolutely love us for as a business, and why I feel like, you know, we even around today is because our approach is a little bit different. You know, we're not massive by any means, you know, and we're not taking over the world yet, but I do think from a standpoint of how business has been done, especially in retail, in the retail environment, how people are shopping, consumer behavior, especially post-COVID, is changing, right? And so the way people are purchasing, I think they're making more meaningful purchases. And they're also expecting brands and companies that are providing services and products to be a lot more sensitive to that and a lot more caring and like investing in things that matter, and the way that they do business is a lot more relationship based. You know, everybody talks about online, and I think, yeah, that's awesome that you're, you know, online is growing. It's a massive channel for a lot of smaller companies and brands to get their products out there and get to a lot of new customers. But even when you are online, being able to communicate your message and your mission and really identifying who it's for and the problem that you're solving in a human, genuine way is probably the most important thing that you can do as a business. And I think like it's been a transition for us over the last 2 years, really understanding that we're not perfect. We're still trying to get better and learn new things, and we want to create a brand that actually matters. And you know, that's
what we've noticed over the years, right? Is that customers are craving that experience. They're wanting to feel good about their purchases, and it's not.
Yeah, I think retail was just getting way too mechanical. Like,
yes,
you would go into a store, they'd be like, "Hi, purchase this, get out the door," and it's like there was no humanity to it anymore. And I think we're trying to change that. And that motivates me so much whenever we get a customer that gets so excited. Or like, I had the one customer, he came in, he was like, "I purchased this tie from you." He's like, "I went, got my job interview done, I got the job." He's like, "That's my lucky tie now." And seeing that emotion in them, like, that's like what.
Yeah. And that's what creates loyalty, right? And that's kind of what I want to end it as. Like, okay, right? Like, create loyalty, think long term, and you know, that's been our approach for the last couple years now, and I think it's really been successful for us. I think we're going to wrap up here pretty quick. I want to ask one last question before we leave. What do you love about Ayaz the most? So many things.
Yeah, probably his like humor.
Nice.
What do you love about him?
Oh, he just goes above and beyond for his friends, like for everybody. I think. I love you, man.
Love you too.
What I love about Lucas is that he is caring and just real. He doesn't beat around the bush. He tells it straight, and he gets stuff done. Like, I can rely and count on him, you know, with my life. So that's something that's amazing. And what I love about you is you keep me in check. I love that you keep me accountable as a business partner, as a friend, and I also love that I can say anything to both of you guys, and it's not personal for the most part. I can be myself without judgment.
Flashback to like last Friday.
Flashback, yeah, for real. And we can get through stuff, man. We talk it out, and it's a business partnership, but it's developed into a friendship, which is awesome, and I love that. So.
Damn, you guys were very complex. Mine was simple. His humor.
Yeah. The
fact that you laugh at my jokes and find me funny. That's my favorite thing about you.
What do you love about Abdul?
Probably his work ethic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how hard of a worker he is, and like he doesn't give up really. Like just kind of strives through everything. Just keeps me motivated. Yeah.
You inspire me, man. Straight up.
Yeah, same.
You inspire me, straight up. I think you don't take no as an answer. Like if there's something that comes to your mind, like I'm a little bit more, I wouldn't say pessimistic, but like I'll question something. Even when it comes to business, I'll question it 3-4 times. Abdul will be like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's do it.
The other thing though is he's one of the hardest people to work with but I respect him for that. It's a similar, like I was reading Elon Musk's book, and he's the type of person that's like, they were like, this budget is 120,000. He's like, I want it built for 5,000. And they're like, what? And then they spent like 9 months and they got it done for like under 5,000. He's that type of person.
Yeah, he's like, just figure it out.
That I'm like, yeah, this is gonna cost X amount. He's like, nah, your
$2.
budget's $2 for that.
Figure it out.
And it's like I will be sweating for like a month straight.
Sweet. But
And
you
then
figure it out.
And then I figure it out.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
awesome.
I respect that.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. So this is episode 1. Look forward to the next one. If you guys have any questions, please send us our way. We're happy to answer questions in the next upcoming episodes. We're looking to make this a series, so hopefully y'all join us. Appreciate the support always. Love and peace always.
Thanks, guys.